Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're doing another product review and I've been really enjoying doing makeup reviews lately. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot more, but if there's any products out there that you want me to try then let me know down in the comments below. Today I'm going to be reviewing the new L'Oreal foundation. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation and it's my first time using it today, so it's going to be my first impressions, how I apply it and how it wears throughout the day and things like that. So if you like this kind of video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe as well. I'm doing 2 videos a week from now, so every Wednesday and Sunday, so don't forget to click that button down there. And if you want to see my first impressions of the new L'Oreal Total Cover Foundation, then keep watching. So this is the new L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation, and if you watched Wednesday's video you'll know that I picked this up in my latest beauty haul. I actually had to get it in a set because they didn't have the shade that I wanted individually, but I got the set, which was really nice. And I picked out the shade Golden Beige because it did have more of a yellow undertone, which is what I need, and I thought this would suit me really nice when I've got a tan, and I did tan last night, so hopefully this will be okay for me. The one thing that I do find with the L'Oreal foundations is not many of them do have a yellow undertone. This was one of the only ones that was near enough my shade, so hopefully this will be okay. And it comes in a squeezy tube as well, which I do actually prefer because it means you can squeeze out all the product and you can really get your money's worth. And on the back it's got the coverage and the finish, so it says that this is high coverage and the finish is matte as well. And it also says that it's a full coverage long wear foundation with a weightless feel. And I'm just quickly going to read off my phone as well where I bought it from, what it says in the description, just so I know that I've not missed anything out. I've included everything. It says that it can cover anything from blemishes, redness and tattoos without the overload. It leaves a matte finish and a shine-free base. So I have got dry skin, so I don't usually wear matte foundations. I'll usually go for a more dewy foundation or a natural finish foundation, but I really want to give it a go and we'll see how we get along. My skin isn't too dry at the moment, so I'm hoping that this is going to be okay. It says that there's 30% more pigment, which allows for more coverage, lightweight and easy to blend, and long wear transfer free formula which lasts up to 24 hours. So it sounds really promising. Really excited to try it, so I'm going straight in to apply it. All I've done already is applied my moisturiser to my skin, and I'm going to apply a little bit of primer. I'm just going to use a bit of a Benefit Professional just in this sort of area because I've got larger pores there. I'm just going to press that in there. And then the rest of my skin I'm just going to leave bare. Obviously it is already moisturised, but I want to see what it looks like just on its own with nothing underneath. And I have already obviously done my brows and applied a little bit of eye makeup as well. So let's try it on. I've moved in a little bit closer so you can see a little bit better. I'm just going to take the cap off and see what the formula is like. Just squeeze some out onto my hand. And it does look very thick, but it doesn't look as yellow either. I'm not sure whether this is going to suit me. It looks a lot more yellow in the bottle than it does on my hands, so we'll see how we get along with it. So I'm going to apply it with this sponge. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Makeup, what is it called? The L'Oreal Infallible Foundation Blender, but I am super fussy when it comes to spongy, so I'm going to start with this, but I do have my Real Techniques one at hand just in case I don't like it. I'm going to start, oh god, in the very centre of my face. It went on really pink undertone, but it is actually pretty yellow undertoned. It's not actually a bad match, to be honest. It is very matte, but it does still let the texture of my skin a little bit show through, so it doesn't look too heavy, even though it is very full coverage. And it's blending out really easily as well. I actually quite like it. I thought it was going to just look really heavy, but it doesn't at all. I'm going to switch to my other sponge just to see if it does make any difference at all, because this one is a lot bouncier. It's not as dense as that sponge that I've just been using. I do really like the way that it is blending out because it is more of a thicker foundation. It's not sitting on top of my skin and looking really heavy. It does actually feel quite lightweight, which it does say that it does feel lightweight, so It's not lying there. So that is the first layer of foundation, and I wouldn't say that I applied too much. I actually really like it. We'll start to talk about different areas of my face because my skin is completely different everywhere. But with my forehead, because that is where I'm having most problem with foundation at the moment, because in the centre I do suffer with really dry skin there, and at the moment the foundations that I'm using are clinging to that area, whereas this has not done that. It is definitely full coverage over the top of my forehead because I don't have that much pigmentation there, so it is easy to cover. And even though it is matte, it looks really natural as well. It doesn't look cakey, it does look really lightweight like it says. On the left hand side of my face you can see I do have some quite big freckles, and this has not covered them at all. So to be fair, I wouldn't really call this full coverage because I do have foundations which will cover that up a lot easier. But saying that, I feel like the rest of the skin around there is completely covered, and I do actually like that they are poking through because it does look a lot more natural. On the centre of my chin area I do suffer with larger pores there, and I didn't apply any of the primer. They don't look enlarged, it actually has covered everything, it looks really natural again, so I'm really happy with that. And on this side of my face where I used the other sponge, that blended it out really nicely, and it has covered everything as well. There are a few of my freckles just on the top of there which are poking through, which I actually don't mind because I think that looks a lot more natural than having everything completely covered and completely matte. I'm now just going to apply a little bit more over just the centre of my cheeks and my chin just to see how it layers and how it sits. A really small amount though. And on the back of my hand when I pick it up with my sponge, even though it is quite thick, it feels almost slightly moussey in texture, so it is pretty lightweight. So I have just applied a little bit more of the foundation to areas which I need a little bit more coverage. It did add a little bit extra coverage, but as you can see, my freckles, my larger freckles, are showing through. So I don't really know what to think about the whole total cover thing, because when I look straight in front of the mirror, my face does look like it's full coverage. Like, this is what I would like on a night out. But there are still those freckles there which are showing through, which I absolutely do not mind at all. I think the foundation looks lovely. But when it says total cover, I would have expected it to cover those, and it hasn't. So I'm just going to finish off the rest of my skin. I'm just going to apply a little bit of concealer and we'll go from there. So I'm only going to apply my concealer to my under eyes because I really want to get the most of the foundation today and see what it's like. So I'm just mixing two concealers. I bought a new Urban Decay one. I'm just mixing light neutral and light warm. And then I'm only going to set my under eyes today. I'm just using a little bit of translucent powder. I'm not going to set this foundation at all today because I don't think that I need to. I want to see how it goes without setting it, and because I have got dry skin and it is matte, I really don't feel like I need to. I'm just going to apply the smallest amount of this baked bronzer from Milani. It's just an illuminating bronzer. Bronzer? It's really lightweight. So I'm literally just going to put a bit of this on my cheeks just to add a little bit of glow back because it is very matte and I'm not used to being so matte. So that's it, that's how I'm going to wear my makeup for the rest of the day. My first impressions of the foundation, actually I'm very surprised. I thought because it was high coverage and then it was matte as well, I thought it was going to be really thick and then set. I wasn't really sure how it was going to look, but the finish for me is actually really natural. It is matte to touch, but it doesn't look cakey or heavy at all, and I can't feel it on my skin, which I maybe thought I would. And the coverage for me, it is full coverage, I will admit. It's probably not as full coverage as I would have imagined, but you can definitely build it up. Me, personally having dry skin, I wouldn't want to build this up any more than I already have done. But if you have got more oily to combination skin, you could probably get away with building this up more than I have. So this will be my makeup for the rest of the day today. I'm not going to touch it up or do anything with it at all. I'm going to try and leave it on as long as possible. It's about 9:30 in the morning now, so I'll come back to you tonight. I'll leave it as long as I can, and then before I take it off, we'll see how I've got along with it throughout the day and things like that. So I'll see you in a bit. Hey guys, I'm back now and it's a lot later. I hope the lighting is okay because it's gone dark outside and I never film when it's dark, so I hope you can see okay. It's gone past 7:30 now, so I've had the foundation on for about 10 hours. I was going to try and leave it a little bit longer, but I feel like I'm ready and I look like I'm ready to take my makeup off now. So I think 10 hours is enough. So the foundation has worn so well throughout the day. I've been really impressed. It's been so comfortable. There were only a couple of things that I've noticed. The first one is that the area around my nose has worn off a little bit, but I have been blowing my nose, so my foundation is going to wear off, so I don't really mind that at all. The other thing that took me by surprise a little bit is that I have become uglier in the centre of my face. So you can see on my forehead, especially on my chin, is a little bit shiny right now, and on my cheeks as well. If I was going to be wearing this for a longer time, maybe I would have to just put a little bit of powder down. So overall, I have really enjoyed using this today. I've been very impressed, and I'm really looking forward to using it again and in my tutorials and things like that. And it's worn super well for a drugstore foundation. It's been really comfortable and I've not been able to feel it on my skin. It has worn a really long time. It hasn't caked up or clogged up in any places or clung to any dry skin, but on me it hasn't stayed completely matte. So that's one thing that I would maybe be a little bit wary of. If you have got oilier skin, you might have to just set this with a little bit of powder. But overall, I think it's a really nice foundation, so I'm definitely going to keep on using it. I'm going to try out different primers and different illuminators and try mixing it with different things as well, so I'll definitely keep you updated on how I'm getting along with it, and I'm sure you're going to see me using it in a lot more tutorials as well. So that completes today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've tried this yet or not down in the comments below, and don't forget to give it a big thumbs up as well as subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye!